Welcome back to the video, and in today's video, we're ranking every single NFL mascot in the NFL. Now, you might be thinking originally is not every single mascot is mentioned. Yes, there are some teams that do not have mascots. There are also some teams that have multiple, like the New Orleans Saints. So, we are ranking every single NFL mascot every NFL team that actually has a mascot, and we're ranking them on the tier shown above that says the best mascots, the solid mascots, the okay mascots, the mad mascots, and the living nightmare mascots. The mascots that you look at and they are terrifying. I'm going to base this on a couple things. How cool I think it looks from the picture that is shown, from how it interacts with the fans, and also based on how creepy or non-creepy the mascot is. First up, we have the Raiders mascot, Living Nightmare. Oh my goodness, I can see this in my nightmare. What is this? It is a big head, and it's creepy. The teeth are out with the black and white and the gray with the mask on. This looks like something that would be in my nightmares, and I don't even want to look at the picture anymore. This is terrifying. Next up, we have the Dolphins mascot. I've seen some things about the Dolphins mascot. It's not terrible. The only things I don't really like about the mascot is like it's got like fins as hands, which I get it's a dolphin, but it looks a little bit weird. I think it's an okay mascot. I don't think it's anything special, but it's not bad. I just think for a Dolphins mascot, I think it looks kind of kiddish. Next up, we had the Cowboys mascot. This is a mad mascot, in my opinion. It's not bad. It's a cowboy, but it doesn't look like a cowboy. Like there's no facial hair, and when I think of a cowboy, I think of a guy in the western with a beard and with a horse and stuff like that. This doesn't give me that vibe. This gives me like a just a regular worker at like a not a convenience store, but like a an office building. Just gives me that kind of vibe. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates mascot, which I think his name's Stealing McBeam thing, whatever it's called. This is a solid mascot. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be the best, but it's pretty solid. I like the idea of it. It's like Pittsburgh. I mean, I guess that they work on a lot of things. They have a lot of construction going on, and you have the woodworker. He's buff. It makes sense. He looks happy as well. It's a solid mascot. Next up, we have the Titans. I wouldn't say this is a nightmare for me, but this is a mad mascot. Like I don't know why the Titans mascot is a raccoon. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, what's the correlation with a Titan to a raccoon? I don't know exactly what that's in. And also, it's like it's brown and sorry, it's not. I didn't mean that to be like not cool. Like the color is not. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it's like a floor brown. You know what I mean? It doesn't look clean. I don't know how to say that any better. And I'm sorry if that offended somebody because it doesn't look good. Next up is the Arizona Cardinals mascot. This is a solid mascot. I think it's not one of the best, but I think it's a very, very solid mascot. I like the idea of it. Obviously, Arizona Cardinals, you have a cardinal, makes a lot of sense. I think it looks cool. I think it's easy to take a picture with, and it looks kind of happy. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons. This is one of my best mascots. One of the favorite that I'm a fan of. Don't get to see a lot of action, but all the pictures I see of it, it's such a cool, interesting mascot. Obviously, just like the Arizona Cardinals with the Cardinal, this is a Falcon. I don't really see Falcons, but it looks really cool. I like the feathers on the side of the arms. I like the face. I think it looks very, very friendly. This is an actual good mascot. Next up, we have the Panthers mascot. Kind of creepy, a little bit, but I think it's an okay mascot because I really, really do like their logo. I really like their stuff, and I like a panther as the mascot. There are some pictures where it's not dark like this, so it looks a little bit like more friendly. Because it looks kind of like a black cat, creepy. But it's not terrible. It's not a bad mascot. It's just for a cat, you feel like you could have done much more. It just feels like a bad attempt at it. Next up, we have the Bears one. This is a nightmare, but as a mascot, it's really solid. It's not the best, but it's really solid. But it is creepy. It's very, very, very creepy. It's like because there's no smile or anything like that. It's just that bear. But as a mascot, it looks clean. I like the idea. Chicago Bears, you have a bear, makes sense. So I'm not gonna put it in Living Nightmare, but it does kind of give me Living Nightmare vibes. I thought I already give the Cowboys a grade. This also kind of looks bad. I'm gonna put it in the same tier. They look quite similar. Again, I guess it's a little bit better. I'd say okay because at least it has the cowboy hat that's more like actually looks like a cowboy hat instead of the other one which looks like a plastic cup on his head. It's fine though. It's again, I wish there was a bit more facial hair and stuff like that. It makes it a bit more intimidating, but it's fine. Next up, we have the Ravens. This is a living nightmare, in my opinion. It's not even a living nightmare. This is horrible. First of all, why is his leg so thin and so tiny? Then for a Raven, it looks just like it's terrible. Like why are the wings like that? I don't understand this mascot because there's no other fur on any other part of it except for the wings. It looks like he's got pom poms in his hands. It does not look pleasant at all. It looks creepy. This is a living nightmare. Next up be the Lions mascot. I know this isn't the greatest picture. It's like a guy. It's like him like after probably a loss. But I think this is one of the best mascots. I really like the idea of it. It obviously, if you actually look at another pictures, it does kind of have longer hair than I think it should be. But I think it adds a little more personality, makes it a bit more friendly in my opinion. I think it's a really cool mascot. Next up, we have the Rams. This is another one of the best mascots in the NFL. The Ram, you have like the horns coming around the Ram. Looks very, very detailed, and it looks like an actual horn. It doesn't look like it's like fake and fluffy. It looks real. Makes it look better. It's also smiling, so it's easy to take a picture with, and I think it's a really cool concept. So I'm going to give that the best mascots. So these are both the Saints mascots. So I believe the dog is also in this picture, though. So I'm going to rank this dog, and then the guy on the left of this image, I'm going to rank as that. So the dog, it looks like a friendly dog. I'll put it in solid mascot because dogs are a cool image. My only thing is, like, why are the Saints have a dog as their mascot? And then we have this guy, which has a huge, like, chin. I don't know what's the point of that. This is a living nightmare. This is super, super creepy. Not only is he not smiling, but he's got a creepy, like, big chin. And it honestly, it looks kind of funny, but it also looks kind of creepy. So I'm going to put it in creepy. Next up is the Seahawks. This is one of the best mascots. It sucks because everyone in my division that I told about, I am a Niners fan, by the way. And the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals have all given super, super high ratings. But it's true, though. The Seahawks is, in my opinion, the favorite mascot in the NFL. Gives a lot of good vibes. I love the feathers on the side. That their alternate jersey color, which is beautiful. I like it because it actually shows off the Seahawk. Again, the bird it looks like it's a real, actual beak and not fake. Makes it look more real. And you always see the bird in the games. Love to see it. This is one of the best mascots. Next up, is this the Buffalo Bills mascot? I think it is. This is horrible. I mean, this is kind of creepy, low key. It looks like a dog, but it's also like a buffalo. I don't understand the point of this. It looks quite unnatural and very, very disturbing. Next up, be the Niners mascot. I'm not gonna lie. I get the idea. I think it's an okay mascot, but I think it's the worst in the division. The only reason why is like I get it because like the 49ers, the Gold Rush, people coming in, they probably have beards. I get it, like Cowboy stuff. It's a better version of the Cowboys mascot. But I think it goes in the same tier because I know the Niners are kind of hard to like give a mascot for because it's the Niners. It doesn't have like a real distinct animal or feature or something like that. So that's why it's not that insane. So it's fine and it's better than the Cowboy, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. But also they didn't really have much to do, so that I guess that's fine. Next up we have the Buccaneers. I'm gonna write this as a solid mascot. You have the Buccaneer. You have like the I'm forgetting the name, the pirate with the sword in it. I like the idea. Looks cool. It looks like an actual pirate with that beard. I like it. That's a solid mascot. Next up be the Cleveland Browns. Like, why is it a dog? Like, I don't know why it's a dog. I get they don't have a lot of options for the Cleveland Browns, but I feel like they could have been a bit more creative. I'm gonna give it okay though because the mascot isn't terrible, but I just don't know why they had same thing with the Titans. Like, why did you make the Titan a raccoon? Why did you make the Browns a dog? I don't understand that. And then you have this other Cleveland Browns mascot. This is living nightmare. This is super, super creepy. Like, it's a guy with the most awkward, weird smile I've ever seen. And it does not look friendly. It does not look like you want to take a picture with him. And if you see him on the field, you want to run off the field. That's terrifying. Next will be the Broncos. This is one of the best mascots in the NFL. I think it's very, very cool. Again, with that like snout thing with the Bronco, the horse. It looks distinct. It looks clean. It's always poking fun with the players and the fans. You love to see it. That's what you want in a mascot. Next up, we have the Vikings. I'm going to give this an okay mascot because I think this is a very, very bad attempt at making a Viking. Like the Bucks, they actually did it right. The Vikings, I get it. This is the logo. I think it could look really, really cool. But they made the Viking look kind of terrifying. Like, look at his face. He looks like he's about to cry. He looks like he's terrified of the other team doesn't look great. If he was a fierce Viking and those horns and everything was like sturdy, then I would definitely give this as solid or one of the best mascots because I think they have such a possibly good mascot to do because they have everything that they need to do. They just didn't play it right. Next up be the Texans. It's a Texan. It's solid because I like the idea of it, but it just looks a little too friendly in my opinion. Like I get that's what a mascot's meant to be, but it looks a little bit too friendly. But I don't mind the mascot at all. I think it's a cool mascot. It's just not my favorite. Next up, we have the Eagles. I'm going to give this as one of the best mascots in the NFL. I really do like this mascot a lot. I like the beak. Again, you see me with all the birds. I'm liking that beak, and I really do like this beak as well as being yellow. It has the colors. It has the jersey. It has it's the bald eagle. It's the capital. It's the capital bird of the. It's the bird of the United States. That's what I meant to say. You gotta love it. I'm a patriot myself. Let's go, U.S. The best mascots. Next will be the Colts one. This one's a living nightmare. It's not actually a living nightmare, but it's a med mascot. It does not make any sense. Why is a Colt that? Like you see all the other horses that we've seen, and they've looked actually good, like the Texans or like the Broncos. This one just looks disturbing and does not look good at all. Next up with the Jaguars, I'm going to give this one a solid mascot, and the only reason why, it's a little bit creepy, but it does poke fun around the players. It always comes, I remember hearing a story about it, it always comes from the top of the stadium at the start of games to get the fans hyped up, and it always like drops down to the stadium, which I think is a cool touch. I think it's a solid mascot. It pokes fun with the players. I like it. It's just a little bit creepy in my opinion. And last but not least, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a mad mascot. It's kind of similar to the Colts mascot. It's like, I guess it looks like a badger almost, but it does not look good and it looks slightly disturbing. And that's my ranking of every single mascot in the NFL. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel because we are posting bangers every single day, and also comment down below where you would have put these mascots. That's the end of my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!